Hello, we are in a different location right now because today I'm going to let my brand new TBR jar pick my May my May TBR. I wrote a bunch of prompts, so we're gonna put them in. I have this little Copenhagen mug. I'm gonna put them all in here, give it a little shake up. All my physical TBRs right here stacked up. We're gonna pick like 8 to 10. We're gonna see how it's going. I have the 2 books that I'm currently reading. I'm reading Us Against You, which I actually haven't really read in a couple days, and I'm reading No Way Home, which I'm cruising through. I'm like halfway done right now and I'm really loving this book, so hopefully I'll be done within the next few days. This will probably be my first book that I finish of May. I keep forgetting the month that we're in. On top of this TBR will also be whatever I choose for book of the month. That will be included in this. And yeah, so let's pick our first one. Mix it up a bit. Okay. Verb in the title. Okay. I'm gonna grab everything that has a verb. Okay, I have this stack of books that all have verbs in them. We have Sun Was Electric Light, Every Sweet Thing Is Bitter. Both of these are my book of the month book for April that I haven't read. So kind of sad that I didn't read either one of them in the month of April, but nothing we can do about that now. Wish You Were Here, Murder Your Employer, If He Had Been With Me, and then Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. I really want to read this book, but also I don't know if I'm ready to be hurt by it in the way that I think it'll hurt me. So I think we're gonna put this one off to the side. I've also wanted to read this for a while. I'm reading the back of the book and it says Greg thinks he's figured out the answer to the basic existential question, how is it possible to exist in a place that sucks so bad? His mom forces him to become friends with the girl who has cancer, and I just, again, don't think I'm ready for the emotional, what this book is going to put me through. So we're going to put this one down too. So we've got my 2 book of the month books and then these 2 books. This feels like it's kind of about COVID a little bit, but I don't know if it's meant to be about COVID. When did it come out? Yeah, okay, so actually I was trying to find the year that this book was published, but one of the reviews from Business Insider says an early and triumphant addition to books trying to make sense of life in 2020 and beyond, and I just am not sure. I'm not there yet. I still hate when shows and stuff try to put COVID in it, so we're gonna stay away from that book. And just by vibes, I'm putting this one down. So that leaves us Murder Your Employer and Every Sweet Thing Is Bitter. I've been trying to read this book for so long. I think we're gonna go with this because if I put it on my TBR again, maybe it'll finally happen, although my hopes of that are slim to none, but we shall see. I think I'm gonna like this book so much. I don't know why I keep procrastinating it, but that's book 1, verb in the title. Book 2. Is that the right way? Okay, well, I'll read it. A repeat author. So an author I've read before. Let's see, do I even have any of those here? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm not someone who normally reads by author. I did when I was younger. I read every single book that Sarah Dessen wrote. I loved Sarah Dessen as a kid. Haven't read any of her books since middle school, but I loved Sarah Dessen. Anyway, that's not the point here. The point is repeat author. And these are the books that I've all read, another book by this author. So we got Sarah C. I read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. And then we have Holly Jackson. I read the first book in this series. And then we have 2 Leslie Wolfe books. I've read one of Leslie Wolfe's books. I actually don't know for sure if I've read Jodi Picoult before. I definitely have a couple of her books, but I don't think I've read her before. We're gonna put this down because I can't think of a Jodi Picoult book that I've read. So we're left with these. Seriously, just hasn't been calling to me. I am very excited to read it, but it just is not, it's not what I've been wanting, and it's kind of a big book to force myself to read something that I am not interested in. I also have had this on my shelf for ages. I think we're gonna go with a Leslie Wolfe book. I have been needing another good mystery. That's kind of what I'm currently reading with No Way Home. This is a good mystery, but it's a young adult book, so parts of it feel a bit childish, and the characters are also still in high school, so a little bit it's hard to relate to. Not that I can really relate to a lot of mystery books, but I think we're gonna go with a Leslie Wolfe book, and this is the one I'm more excited about. So The Surgeon will be by Leslie Wolfe, my repeat author. Book number 3. Book that starts with the same letter as the month. That would be What month is this? May. Oh my god, do I even have any M books? Are we counting like I think we're not. We're not counting those. I get to make the decisions here. So I've decided we're not counting that. So let's see. We have Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. We've got A Marvelous Light, Marvelous. And that's it. That's it. We've got 2 books. We're gonna go with A Marvelous Light. I bought this book. I feel like I bought this book in Virginia and then got hooked on a series by accident and then totally forgot about it. But it seems like it's a fantasy book. It takes place in, I want to say, London. It seems like it'll be like, I feel like a lot of fantasy books have like a dark aspect to them. Like there's like some bad guy they're fighting, and here the bad guy like doesn't seem, like it just seems like it'll be a very light fantasy. I mean there's a deadly curse, but you know, that's not that heavy. I think like stuff with like the magic is threatened here, but I don't know. It seems like just like a fun book. It kind of reminds me of Heartstopper, just by vibes. I don't know. So this will be my book that starts with the same letter this month. And we're going to pretend that it's just Marvelous, not Light, not A Marvelous Light. Book number 4. I really want to like shake it up a bit. Oh god, a book from Brady's shelf. Okay, this is scary. Maybe we'll get Brady's input. Yeah, let's go get Brady's input. Okay, so this is Brady's shelf number 1. He's got a handful of his books in here. And here's his shelf number 2. This has his more prized series. So it's currently 9:30 at night and I'm editing and half of my videos are gone. And that's so sad, but I want to have this video because I want to be able to like look back on the TBR that I picked, and I'm actually pretty excited for it. So we're gonna go through the books that it cut out. We just went to go ask Brady what book to read, and so he gave me 3 choices. Lord of the Rings, the first book, because he got a fun special series. Mistborn, the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, because he said I didn't have to read all 7 books. There's the trilogy, and then there's like 4 books after, I believe, that are like a series, but he said that like the trilogy like it's fine in itself, and then like there's like a huge time jump until the next books, so like I wouldn't be starting a massive series, I'd just be starting a trilogy. Granted, these books are insanely long, so it's like, is it really 3 books, or is it more like 5? But that's besides the point. And then the third choice was Immortal Longings, which is actually a book that we bought at Barnes & Noble, like, kind of together because we figured we'd both like it. So that felt like the safest choice. I really didn't want to read Lord of the Rings. And so we picked Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. He also owns these books on Kindle, so that'll be easy because, like, this is a big book. It's like 600 and something pages. And then also, it's like the super small text, or like super small spaces between the text, so there's a lot of words on the page, so I think I'll like the Kindle version better, and then I don't have to carry this massive thing around. So we picked that, and then I can't remember the order in which I picked these out of the TBR jar, but I know I picked a book that I am procrastinating reading, and the first book that comes to mind when I say that is Murder Your Employer, which we already picked for I don't remember what, but we already picked that. I said that these 2 books were what I'm procrastinating reading because I've had The Secret History for a long time. I looked at it, I kept picking it up in bookstores for a while and then never buying it, and then I finally bought it, so it's been on my TBR for like quite some time, and then I bought it, I want to say, oh, I bought this in February because actually I didn't buy it, Brady bought it for me in part of like the books that he like took me book shopping for Valentine's Day. So that's when I got this. So I've had this for a little bit. And then The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, I have been wanting to read for a while since I got Beartown. I bought them together and I just haven't been able to commit to, again, huge book. So I didn't pick right away. I can't quite remember what I picked next, but I picked this book for it. I can't remember if it was 400 plus pages, longest book, or book that I wouldn't normally, like a genre that I wouldn't normally read. I want to say it was longest book. We'll just go with this was the longest book that I have, because it is the longest book that I own, and which means that The Secret History became book that I've been procrastinating reading. Either way, both of these books got picked. They're both on my May TBR. Then I picked, as like a nice little like gift to me, the universe gave me, pick the shortest book that I own, which would be The Sun Was Electric Light. It's like just over 200 pages. I want to say it's 211 pages. Yes, it's 211 pages, which is wonderful because I have quite a few very, very long books. So now, as we're getting back into the video that I filmed earlier, the thing that I picked out of the TBR jar was pick 5 random books and have a random number generator choose. And so we'll cut in and we'll watch me pick a couple of those books, and then I'll show you the books that I had picked, and you'll see what the random number generator chose. These books got cut out, but they're still loved, and maybe they'll get read, but I make no promises. This is my June book of the month book, so it's really long, but I think we're also going to pick this one. We're going to do The Husbands. We're going to do Curse Breakers because I really, really, really love this title. And I just need one more. I think I'm between Love, Mom, and Every Sweet Thing Is Bitter. The beauty of this one is not having to choose, so we're gonna do 6 books. Because why not? Okay, this is my stack. We're gonna keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. Pick a number between 1 and 6. 5. Okay. 5 would be the Zodiac Academy. Okay. Yeah, I wanted this. I wanted this. I'm pretty sure I wanted this. Okay. Okay. That's what we've got. So this is my stack of books. This is good. This is a lot of guys, this is so many pages. Like I don't think I can physically read all of this in a month. I can barely hold it up to get it in the screen. That's so many pages. Wait, I'm so curious. I need to do the math to see how many pages this is. Okay, that's 3,516 pages, and that's not counting the 2 books that I'm currently reading, and that was with 4 books being over 500 pages. So that is insane, but I'm taking it as a challenge. I feel like my April TBR didn't feel like a challenge. It just felt kind of like a, oh, like here's the books that I should read this month. This feels like a challenge, so challenge accepted, I guess. With that, if you need me, I will be reading because I have so much to get through.